If you are stepping into the world of vinyl or looking to upgrade your existing system, choosing the right turntable is a critical step for a flawless audio experience. Since there are hundreds of different models and technical details on the market, an uninformed purchase can lead to disappointment. That is exactly why we have compiled the 10 most critical pieces of information you must know when buying a record player.
When choosing a turntable, the first and fundamental decision is whether the unit will be belt-driven or direct-driven. In belt-driven systems, the motor is connected to the platter via a belt, which prevents motor vibrations from reaching the record stylus. This mechanism generally offers a cleaner and smoother sound profile for home users focused purely on listening to music. In direct-driven models, the motor sits directly under the platter and is ideal for DJ performances or quick-start requirements. If your priority is simply listening to high-fidelity music at home, belt-driven systems are a much more common choice. Although direct-driven turntables provide stronger torque, in low-quality models, motor noise can mix into the sound. Therefore, determining your purpose of use will show you the most accurate path regarding which drive type to choose. While shopping, you should choose the most appropriate one between these two mechanisms by considering your listening habits.
The second factor to consider is whether the turntable's operating mechanism will be manual or automatic. In completely manual turntables, you lift the tone arm yourself, place it on the record, and manually return it when finished. This classic method minimizes the number of parts that could negatively affect sound quality by reducing mechanical assembly. Automatic models, on the other hand, lower the stylus onto the record with a single button and automatically return the arm to its starting position when the record ends. Semi-automatic systems are usually a practical solution that prevents stylus wear by simply lifting the arm when the record finishes. If you are likely to fall asleep while listening to music or do not want to stand over the player constantly, automatic models will make your life easier. However, purist audiophiles generally prefer manual systems because they have the least mechanical intervention. Choosing the mechanical structure that best suits your daily life habits and comfort of use is important for your long-term satisfaction.
Thirdly, you must definitely pay attention to the quality of the cartridge and stylus that come with the device or can be attached later. The cartridge is one of the most critical components in a turntable, converting physical vibrations in the record grooves into electrical signals. Moving magnet cartridges are generally more economical and can be easily replaced by the user when the stylus wears out. Moving coil cartridges, on the other hand, offer much more detailed sound at a professional level, but their prices are quite high. Cheap and low-quality styli not only produce bad sound, but can also permanently scratch the grooves of your precious records over time. Therefore, when planning your budget, you should prioritize models with an upgradable cartridge slot for the future. This part, which directly affects sound resolution, is as important as the body of the device, and sometimes even more important. You must definitely examine which brand of cartridge the turntable you will buy comes with, and read user reviews if necessary.
The fourth detail you need to know is whether the turntable features a built-in phono preamplifier. The signal received from records is extremely weak and must go through a special preamplification before being connected directly to normal speakers. If your turntable has a built-in phono preamp, you can connect the device directly to active speakers or any audio system with an aux input. If there is no built-in preamp, it is essential to purchase an external phono amplifier or use an amplifier with a phono input. Most entry-level models come with this feature built in, providing great practicality for beginners. In high-end hi-fi systems, users generally prefer external and independent preamps to improve sound quality. You need to determine your built-in preamp requirement in advance by examining the infrastructure of your existing home audio system. This way, you will not experience any surprise costs regarding extra cables or devices later. Our fifth criterion is the quality of the turntable's tone arm and whether it has adjustable features. The tone arm is a mechanical arm that ensures the stylus travels across the record at the correct angle and weight. Quality tone arms are made of carbon fiber or high-grade aluminum and dampen unwanted resonances. In higher-end models, counterweight and anti-skating adjustments can be made to precisely regulate the force applied by the stylus to the record. Completely fixed and unadjustable cheap arms can damage your records because they cannot balance the needle pressure. Therefore, models where you can make arm height and balance adjustments offer much more flexible use in the long run. The structure of the tone arm must be examined very meticulously to extend stylus life and prevent sound distortion. During shopping, you must definitely check the movement capability and material quality of the arm. Sixth, you should look at how well the body or chassis material of the turntable can isolate vibration. Turntables are extremely sensitive to environmental vibrations, and even the slightest shake in the room can reflect as a hum in the speakers. Bodies manufactured from MDF, acrylic, corian, or heavy metal alloys successfully dampen external resonances. Cheap bodies made entirely of thin plastic directly transmit vibrations that ruin sound clarity to the stylus. Having suspension-type feet on the device also plays a major role in preventing impact and footstep noises coming from the surface. A heavy and rigid chassis ensures that the low frequencies of the music sound much cleaner and more controlled. Depending on the floor structure of your home, the body weight and material quality of the turntable are critical choice factors. You can easily get a first idea about chassis quality by looking at the weight of the model you are examining. The seventh consideration is the playback speeds supported by your turntable and how easy it is to switch between these speeds. While standard LPs play at 33 1/3 RPM speed, singles require 45 RPM. If you have an old 78 RPM record collection or are interested in this era, the device must also offer 78 RPM support. In some older models, changing speeds may require manually removing the belt under the platter and putting it on another pulley. In most modern turntables, this operation is performed practically and electronically just by pressing a button. The lower the speed deviation, the fewer pitch shifts will occur while music plays. Choosing a model that offers speed options suitable for the variety of your record archive will make your job much easier. Before purchasing, you should read reviews that test how stably the speed control motor of the device operates. Eighth, you should review the modern and traditional connection options offered by the turntable. Thanks to traditional RCA cable outputs, you can connect the device to classic hi-fi amplifiers and external speakers. Turntables with Bluetooth connectivity offer wireless headphone or speaker usage for those who want to get rid of cable clutter. However, purist audiophiles always keep wired connections a step ahead because they think Bluetooth transmission compresses the sound. Thanks to the USB output found in some modern models, you can connect your favorite records to a computer and convert them into digital format. Having the connection ports you need on the device is essential for ensuring compatibility with your existing audio system. You should choose the model with the right ports by planning how it will integrate with other electronic devices in your home. Connection richness allows you to use your turntable in different environments and scenarios. Our ninth criterion is whether the turntable includes built-in speakers and what effect this has on sound quality. All-in-one models that come with stereo speakers allow you to start listening to music right out of the box. These types of devices are especially loved by entry-level users because they don't take up much space and are practical. However, the vibrations created by built-in speakers can shake the turntable stylus and negatively affect sound quality. If you want truly high performance, you should choose systems where the speakers are completely separate from the turntable case.
Using external hi-fi speakers widens the soundstage and allows you to hear every detail of the music clearly. The width of your living space and your expectations for practicality will determine which style you choose at this stage. You must weigh this balance between comfort and sound performance correctly according to your own priorities.
10th, and finally, you should evaluate your budget and the spare parts and service assurance offered by the manufacturer brand. There are extremely cheap and low-quality underground turntables on the market, and these must definitely be avoided. Well-known hi-fi brands ensure that you can easily find replacement parts like styli, belts, or motors even years later. You should determine the budget you have allocated for the device you will buy by taking into account external speaker and amplifier costs if necessary. If you are evaluating the second-hand market, the mechanical assembly and stylus condition of the device must be checked by an expert. Warranty conditions and authorized service networks are the biggest guarantee to prevent your money from being wasted in case of a possible malfunction. Making a conscious price-performance analysis guarantees that you will have a device you can use smoothly for many years. Making your purchase by keeping all these 10 fundamental rules in mind will turn your vinyl enjoyment into a flawless experience.
Choosing the right turntable comes down to reading technical details correctly and knowing your own listening habits well. By using these 10 important criteria as a guide, you can peaceably choose the device that best fits your budget and taste. Remember that the best turntable is the device that appeals most to your musical taste and encourages you to listen to records the most.